All right, hello everybody. Sorry I'm not able to be there with you today. I just wanted to record a short video to help you understand what our goal is for the class and some of the stuff you're going to be working on. So today, you're really working on the idea of a solution. When I used the word solution the other day, a lot of you said it's the answer. And that's true a lot of times when we have just one variable in our equation. So when we've got only one letter and I ask you to solve it, there's an answer, and that answer is the solution. And so you'll spend a little bit of time practicing solving one variable equations, things that look kind of like this. I'm going to type it in because my screenwriting isn't working, but if I had something like 2x plus 3 is equal to, let's say, 9, the only solution to this is x equals 3. X equals 3 is the only solution because it's the only number that if I go 2 times 3, that's 6. 6 plus 3, I get 9. So the only answer, the only solution is x equals 3. And you'll practice that a little bit. Then later in the class, you're going to work on two variable equations. And what does the idea of a solution mean when it's a two variable equation? Now the word answer doesn't seem to fit as much. So for example, a simple two variable equation would be something like, what are two numbers that add up to make 7? Okay, so two numbers that add up to make 7. It could be 3 plus 4, but is that really the only answer? No, 3 plus 4 makes 7. It could be 2 plus 5. It could be 0 plus 7. You could even get weird and say, okay, it's 6.5 plus 0.5. And we could actually play this game forever. -1 plus 8. And all of these are solutions. But in order to be a solution, I need to tell you both of the numbers. I can't just tell you the solution is 5. 5 doesn't add up to 7. I need to tell you 5 and 2 add up to make 7. So when I ask you to think about a two variable equation and I ask you what are solutions, you need to give me two numbers that fit into the equation. So just to show you one other way of thinking about this, the problem I gave you was two numbers that add up to 7, and I could write that as an equation like this. X plus y makes 7. And you can see there's a graph there, and think about what the graph is telling you about the solutions. Like over here, you can see a 7 and a 0, which adds up to make 7. If I click right here, you can see a 5 and a 2. That adds up to make 7. In fact, even that weird decimal, 5.03 and 1.97, also adds up to make 7. So I'll show you one other sort of example that also has solutions. Let's say that I have a situation where maybe I'm starting out and I have, let's say I have some money and I'm going to spend it. So I have, say, 50 bucks and I'm going to spend it. And I'm going to buy $5 burritos or something like that. So let's say that I start with $50 and then I'm buying $5 burritos. I didn't tell you how many burritos I bought, so we can use a variable to stand for the number of burritos, like x, 50 minus 5x. And depending on how many burritos I buy, I have a different amount of money left over. So we can say the amount of money I left over is also a variable because it changes depending on how many burritos I bought. So x is the number of burritos, that's a variable, and then y is the amount of money I have left over. I got to zoom out a little bit. And you can see here again, we've got a graph, and on that graph, there are some points, like this one. X is 0, y is 50, meaning if I buy no burritos, if I buy 0 burritos, I still have $50. And over here, the point is 10, 0, meaning if I buy 10 burritos, that's my x, then I have no dollars left over. And there's all these other points in between, and some of them make sense. Like this one doesn't really make sense. I can't buy 6.07 burritos, but I could buy 6 burritos, And if I bought 6 burritos, that costs 6 times 5, that costs $30. So I'd have $20 left over. Each of those points are solutions to the two-variable equation. So that's the big idea. Solutions to one variable equation, the answer, the one number that works. Solutions to a two-variable equation, that means two numbers that both work for the equation. All right, so work on your stuff today and come to Flex if you have any questions or shoot me a message and I'll help you out.